What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little review for you today. Mainly an overview, I guess. Review, I don't know what you want to call it. This one is a pretty special knife. This is a custom knife sent to me by none other than Carco, aka Morbid Klaus, aka Murdat. You guys might have seen the unboxing of this one. Pretty cool knife. It's thanks to people like Carco that send me knives I can check out and provide content on a regular basis, and I really appreciate that, and really appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe somewhere down there if you want more of it. Really appreciate it. Would love to have you as a channel member, Patreon, whatever. Again, thanks to Carco for sending this one. And this one, don't really know too much about it. I've done a little bit of digging into this one, a good little bit of digging. This is a Steve Ryan custom Lefty. This is not a production knife by any means. This is a custom knife. I don't even know if you can get these anymore. I think Carco might have gotten this one off of Arizona Custom Knives. And a lot of times, you know, people will watch a review video or an overview, whatever you want to call it, a video on a custom knife, and it doesn't get nearly as much attention as like a Civivi or a Spyderco or something like that. But you know, and I guess mainly because it's not as much, you know, available. You can't just go on BladeHQ and buy this one. Very, very, very rare and pretty sought after, I believe. I think this is a really solid, really cool knife. A lot of stuff about this one that a lot of little details about it that I think are really cool. And this is a Lefty, bear that in mind. So whenever you watch me fidgeting around with it, having a little trouble with it, it's because I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed. So but if this was a right-handed knife, I would definitely be trying to see if I could get that one from Mr. Carco there. So let's flip it over on the show side, I guess, right, since it's a Lefty, and we'll go ahead and do normally what we do, get overalls on it and all that good stuff. So overall length, tip of the blade to the end of the handle, you're looking at 9 inches, a hair over, yeah, just a hair over 9 inches. Overall blade length, massive. If you go all the way back to right there, the end of that flat where it meets up with the handle scale, you're looking at 4.5 inches. Overall cutting edge on it, 4 1/8, almost 4 1/8 inches. So really, really what I would say is what I would describe as an XL knife. Now, Steve Ryan, you can look him up on Instagram. Instagram's at _Steve_Ryan. And he's got a lot of cool knives on there, man. Y'all should go check him out. Reached out to him, haven't heard back from him. Try to get a little bit of information about this one. I'm sure he's super busy. He's a custom knife maker that makes really cool stuff like this. Here is your blade stock thickness, thickest part of the spine, 145 thousandths. For a very large, very overbuilt knife, not really that thick at the thickest part of the spine, so that's pretty good. 23 thousandths behind the edge. And you're looking at 517 thousandths handle thickness, measure right about there. So although it is an overbuilt knife, as far as thicknesses go, not really too much overbuilt, right? It's just really long and really broad, and maybe this will kind of help you understand, right? That is the Cold Steel Knives AD10, which is what I would consider the standard version, you know, the standard definition of an overbuilt EDC knife, right? That is your KnivesShipFree 80/20.5 slicer, which a lot of people would consider a full-size knife. Me, it's kind of like a medium size, I guess, but still, as you can see right there, the Ryan Custom Lefty, big knife. Last of the usual suspects there, that is your Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and your Spyderco Para 3. Again, big knife, right? All right, put the Spydercos up here. And let's see, we got one more custom knife that I'm lucky enough to be in possession of right now. And that is a prototype. So size comparison is not really going to help with a prototype, but this is a custom, beautiful custom prototype from Edgy Blade Works. Just thought I would throw that in there. How often do I get the opportunity to have two cool custom knives sitting on the table at the same time? I figured, so thought that would be kind of cool. All right, and of course, last but not least, you got your DeWalt framing hammer and your 8-inch USA made crescent wrench, right? If that doesn't bring it into perspective, I don't know what will. All right, let's get out the scale here. See how much this bad boy weighs. I'm thinking I can't tell if this is titanium or aluminum. Now the hardware is steel, right? I'm thinking, right? Steel hardware. That's magnetic. That's not. So the clip's titanium or aluminum, not sure. Feels like aluminum to me. Feels a little bit lighter, but again, not 100% sure on that. And just it's not 100% sure on the blade steel either. I mean, this might be D2, it might be CPM 154. Could be MagnaCut. I have no idea. No markings anywhere on the blade to indicate the type of blade steel there. Nothing on the inside as far as the type of blade steel. But anyway, that has nothing to do with weight, I guess. That is my kind of ignorance. Telling y'all my ignorance of a lot of the facts I usually know whenever I review a knife. So I'm going to guess right around 5 ounces what it feels like. I'm way off on that. Good Lord. 7.5 ounces, man. Feels lighter than that. Maybe it is titanium. Hell, I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. 7.5 ounces. So definitely over the ounce and inch ratio. But let's get out that 80-10 again. How much does that 80-10 weigh? 7.2. So if you can carry an 80-10, that's not far off at all. You know, an 80-10's a knife that a lot of people do carry. I mean, depending on what you're wearing blue jeans like these, you're wearing work pants. You know, it's not a knife I would recommend for some jogging shorts, you know, or swimming trunks or anything like that. Clip's a little tight to get in, but once you got it in, it carries pretty well, I think. You know, you got a good little bit sticking out. That kind of helps whenever you're pulling it out of pocket. Big, fat, nice looking clip, actually, I think. And it carries pretty smooth in pocket. As you can see right there, it is locked in once you get it in, though. Now, this is a Steve Ryan custom Lefty, but Carco may have done a little Carco customization to it himself. You know, he might have replaced a screw or two, maybe, you know, maybe a thumb stud over travel stop. I don't know. That is got a little bit of a cutout right there. You got a cutout on this side, no cutout on this side, so one single stop on that side. Perfectly secure, you know, no issues there whatsoever. So let's go ahead. We'll do a hardware check on it just for the heck of it. Again, this is a custom knife. T8 on the body, T8 on the pocket clip. Looser, a little bit loose on that pivot there. So T8 all the way around. Yeah, that's cool. T8 all the way around. Awesome. Wouldn't have expected that, especially with a knife from Carco, right? I don't know if it's all the original hardware or not. But yeah, this is it's a pretty cool knife, man. Like I said, I don't know a whole heck of a lot about it. I did a little bit of looking into Steve Ryan. He does have a lot of other really cool custom knives. You guys want to check him out. He's on Instagram. If by some miracle, by some chance, that a custom knife maker like Steve Ryan of his caliber is watching this video, let me know in the comments, man. Carco, if you know more about it than I do, definitely let me know in the comments. I can tell y'all this is an XL knife that has extremely great ergonomics. I like that flat up top, just really locked in right there, really comfortable. Does have a flat right there leading up to that edge. You got to be a little careful because there's no like sharpening choil, anything like that right there. So if you do some slipping and sliding, you can very easily end up on that edge right there. But choke back here, very comfortable. You see right there, I got definitely more than a full 4-finger grip on it, and it ain't going nowhere. Really nice lines on that handle. I really like that kind of green anode color. That's pretty cool looking, almost like a faded kind of zombie apocalypse looking thing, which goes along with his logo a little bit, right? Ryan right there with the kind of biohazard logo. I think that's pretty cool. Really nice blade grind, compound grind, slicey, really good knife, I think. Frame lock, again, lock up on it, pretty solid. This is just a really cool knife. I would absolutely love if someone made a production version of this. I think that would be pretty freaking cool. Or maybe one day would love to own like a right-handed custom version of this. Pretty nice knife, man, all the way around. It's like it reminds me like a Spyderco on steroids, you know. Pretty cool, pretty awesome, custom made, USA made knife right there, the Steve Ryan Custom Lefty. Let me know in the comments if you guys know anything else about this one in particular. I'm always definitely open to learning more things, and would appreciate more information on it for sure. Thank you again, Carco, for loaning me this one, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and y'all stay sharp.